There are dozens of dinosaurs here, large as life, smaller than life, inspirational to adults and kids. Each dinosaur is created on a wooden frame, surrounded by wire and fiberglass, and then painted. The idea started 51 years ago with a gift shop owned by Joseph Gerasi, who displayed this woolly mammoth as a gimmick to lure in customers driving past. Then he added dinosaurs next to the shop and called the place Dinosaur Land. When he passed away in 1987, his daughter Joanne Light and other family members took over the business.
All of us have been really involved with this, and my kids worked here, my grandkids work here.
Including grandson John Light, who grew up with Dinosaur Land and says it hasn't changed much.
We try to keep the old Americana feel around here. We're not meant to be a museum. We're meant to be a roadside attraction. We like for people who just stop by.
That's what Hannah Pastucci did. She writes a travel blog about the state of Virginia.
It's run down but still very popular. It's just kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Over the years, the park has added newer dinosaurs that look more realistic.
Even though they don't move, they're not animated, the kids are still really fascinated with them because they are life-size.
8-year-old Michael McGrath learns everything he can about them.
Megalosaurus was 10 to 12 feet tall.
You know what that one is?
Adults who came here as kids are now bringing their own children. Brian Beck recalls his impressions of the dinosaurs.
That they were larger than life. I remember having that feeling. And I've grown up loving dinosaurs, I think, because of this place.
Dinosaur Land's gift shop was recently named one of the 10 best places to buy souvenirs in the United States. There's everything from animal figurines to 4-million-year-old ocean fossils. And, of course, lots of dinosaurs, including these popular sellers.
The movement of their mouth gives them a more realistic feel. Their scales are very uniquely and artistically drawn and painted to give them almost a lizard-like feel.
Darcy Rampino, who brought a friend to the park, looks at them with nostalgia.
When I was little, we got one of these.
Nathan Bright is enjoying these vintage-looking postcards of children, relatives of the park owners, whose photos were taken with the dinosaurs in the 1970s.
Well, it would be a novelty just to send it out to someone because they'll think they got lost in the mail for decades.
Joanne Light says today Dinosaur Land is getting more visitors than ever.
Now we do a lot of advertisement on the interstates. Each year it just keeps growing.
David Price is continuing a family tradition by bringing his children to Dinosaur Land.
Here I am 30 years later doing it all over again. I'd like to see it stay open for another 100 years.
John Light hopes his family can continue his great-grandfather's legacy so the park doesn't disappear like the dinosaurs. Deborah Block, VOA News, White Post, Virginia.